So we're going to talk about, I've all developed CX Expert Asia. It's a community in Asia where we started as a small team. It was made by my participants in my trainings, and then it turned out into a community. There are a few reasons why the community sustains in the long run. Let's look at what is a community first. Community is people with like-minded, come with same purpose. It's something like footballers. You watch football, you need a group of friends to watch football. Same goes with our community, like-minded people. And since this is a very new domain in the world, so we have issues to talking about customer experience with other people, especially in Asia. CX is still very new. The banks are working on it, telcos are working on it, some MNCs are working on it. Because we come from Asian countries, we are very process oriented, system process technology and so on. So we find that I noticed that my participants, when they attend the training, they go back, they find it hard to roll out the projects because they feel alone, left out and everything. And then the support group is very important to take them throughout the transformation. So this is the triggering point is that there was a sudden need to develop the CX community where people feel lost. So they come and attend my training. They come and attend my training and they go back, become very enthusiastic in implementing the CX transformation. And then they try to get the buy-in from the top management. So what will happen? Normally they'll come and attend my training, the certification, accreditation and everything. And they go back, they become very enthusiastic, very excited and try to implement the transformation in their organization. And they try to get the buy-in from the top management, which is not easy. Normally, it's not that easy to get the buy-in, and also to manage to set up CX department within the organization. And they pool resources and train them in customer experience and also in process improvement. And then they plan to implement activities within the team. And guess what? When it comes to reality check, they get very exhausted, very tired and exhausted because when you don't have the buy-in from the entire organization, you get tired. And they know what they want, and they don't have anybody to talk to in the organization because we were never trained to empathize others. We always work my department, my KPI, and everything. So they feel very lonely and very miserable. Even until now, some of my students will come back and we have coffee over coffee. They will tell, I'm very frustrated. I just can't drive it through because it's so silo in my organization and everything, and no friends to discuss and feeling very frustrated. And there's no buy-in from top management. When they start, the top management will be like everything's okay, but halfway through, when come to additional budget and finance, they'll feel like, can you hold this for a while? We'll do it next year. So these are the challenges. And in Asia, our biggest challenge is we have large countries like China, Korea, Japan, which is very much system process, ISO standard, KPI driven. So very hard for them to think out of from customers' point of view. And today we have ESG and diversity, equity, inclusion. Management are losing their ground that where to focus on. If we want to go to ESG and DEI, it's very much process and compliance. And CX is talk about everything is customer. So the CX team is really frustrated. So I noticed all this and I understood their frustration. And when we had a small group discussion, focus group discussion back in Malaysia, they always come back to where do I start? And management will start the project CX for 3 months. Then, okay, now we talk about ECG, ESG, everybody go for ESG. So CX will be like, I need more time and I can't do this. And they can't even talk to the top management. So what we did out of this, first, of course, you can engage a consultant, but in this part of the world, engaging a consultant is something like the last thing they can do because the management's perspective is we already hired you, I've already given you team, and now you want me to invest on a consultant. What's not working? So they are puzzled, and most of the time they have to be politically correct that they are even afraid to express to the management, I think we need a consultant to take us through because sometimes it's hard to drive the change from within the organization. Where external support, we have like consultants in, we have the power to tell the top management, this is right, this is wrong, let's do it this way, stop all your other effort, let's work together. So they get stuck at this point. So what I did, I noticed, okay, we need a support group, a community to help them. And that's one thing. Second thing, currently CX, EX is very much driven by Europeans and Americans, where for Asian is pretty expensive due to conversion and everything. So I created this platform called CX Expert Asia. And the platform is more on knowledge sharing and support group. There's no monetary value involved. It's purely friendship. You can call anybody from the community for a discussion. Hey, I have this problem. Can we discuss something? And it works. And now we have that our CXWG groups, WhatsApp groups. We are yet to bring them into the community. So we are planning the whole thing for next year's schedule, how to relaunch the community and create more value for CS practitioners. And in developing this community, we always focus on building to foster good connections. Like a lot of MNCs, the initiatives will start from Europe, America, from the HQ, and then they want to roll out the transformation in Asian countries. So when it comes to Asia, it's very hard for them to find specific consultant to work on it, and there are few here and there. And so the community places them in one portal where the MNCs just need to tap into the portal and look for the resource, and we can pull resource like 20, 30 consultants to roll out at any time. So this is solely on mutual benefit and mutual understanding. There's no personal interest or anything. So it's solely on networking. If I have a project in India, I can just call Ravi Shankar. Ravi, I have this project in India. Let's work together. Okay, let's work together. So instead of focusing only in Malaysia, I realized the entire Asian continent is facing this problem. So created the CX Expert Asia, where let's bring all these experts, especially the practitioners and specialists together, so we can collaborate among us for better CX future. And then it creates space for sharing. Sometimes in our WhatsApp group, we can see somebody will throw some question. Hey, I have this issue in my company. How do I handle it? Then somebody from South Africa or wherever will jump in and solve the problem. Oh, I've done it before in my office. Actually, this is what we did. You can try this, and they'll go back. They try, then they come back with a solution. Hey, it worked. Thank you very much. We can't look for consultants every time. So the community support is so important at the moment. It's just check and balance. Sometimes, even for us being a consultant, we are not expert in every area. So we tap into some resources. This guy is good in this guy is good in this. It's just to get that good network on sharing basis. Next is collective learning. CX is ever emerging and evolving. There are a lot of new tools, new techniques coming in, and so many new areas is coming in. So whenever we get some information, we share with the community, so the community knows that, okay, this is the latest happening. Or sometimes we have some new vendors coming up with some new solution. Even today I was talking to someone. So I said, okay, I'll get someone from my community to listen to this. It may benefit you. Just mutual networking. And also engages with collective growth. CX is a challenging field because even when I do consulting work, I tell my clients for next 6 months, don't start any new initiatives because we need time to grow. So the community is supporting each other with that collective growth, especially with the term empathizing others. It's quite challenging in Asia because it's always about our company, our business, our process, system, method. And then about the experience, sharing experience and some from the community will provide a better tested solution, meaning I've done it before. I know it worked with my clients. So why not you try this method in your organization? It may work at no cost. So it's more on, instead of going to a forum, this community helps a lot because even in LinkedIn is very crowded and very diluted today. Community plays a better role because it's purely like-minded people. We come together with no monetary value, monetary intention. Something like what we all learned from CXWG is the first thing I said in the first meeting. There's no monetary value in this work that we're going to do. It's purely social work. We are doing this for in the benefit of the NGOs for participating, and everybody jumped into it. My team, we had meetings every night, so whoever free will join, and the project managers will join, the project directors will join. We run through what we've done. It's like quick stand up, and then it worked well. So that fostered a very good relationship among the community, and until now we are friends. We've done some monetary value transactions along the way, some introductions and everything, which I see instead of focusing within your country or within your own CX community, it's high time to reach out all over the world. I've built network all over the world through mainly from CXWG, where the usual context is yes, I know you, you know me, but when all of us work together for the same purpose with no monetary value, that creates a different level of bonding. We are like brothers and sisters. So you can call anybody within the team and they're ready to jump in. And yeah, that's a good feeling. So ideally, moving forward, community is the way, because even today we can see Metaverse lost about $100 billion the last 13 months. Twitter is in the chaos. So moving forward, you have to protect your community. And I don't like, you go to Facebook, more advertisements than updates. So it's all diverted very much. But our community is very much into the purpose where we created a level playing field for everyone, created a platform, and let's share and grow together. Okay, thank you. And please connect with me on LinkedIn.